Good afternoon. Welcome to Africa Today. I am Jessica Magaji Joseph. First, the headlines. Nigeria's President Tinubu declines to extend parliamentary workers' retirement age. Nationwide lockdown looms as Ghana battles illegal mining crisis. Ramaphosa calls on world leaders to take decisive action to end Palestinian suffering. And on sport, South Africa to host Under-20 AFCON in 2025. Now the news in detail. Nigeria's President Bola Tinubu has rejected a harmonized version of the bill which sought to extend the service year of the National Assembly staff by an additional 5 years. The bill sought to increase the retirement age to 65 years or 40 years of service from the current 60 years of age or 35 years of service for retirement. While the bill had earlier passed the third reading in the House of Representatives, it was initially rejected by the Senate after sparking a controversy among lawmakers. However, it was later reconsidered and passed by the Red Chamber and was then transmitted to the President for his assent. Giving reasons for his refusal to assent to the bill, the President, in a letter written to the lawmakers and read by the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio, Tinubu said his rejection was based on thorough examination and wide consultation. Nigeria has reaffirmed its commitment to fostering stronger international partnerships and deepening relations with member states of the Organization of African, Caribbean, and Pacific States. Kashim Shettima, representing President Bola Tinubu, stated this at a high-level OACPC's meeting on the sidelines of the 79th session of the United Nations General Assembly in New York, USA. Angola chaired the meeting. The Senior Special Assistant to the Vice President on Media and Communication, Stanley Nkocha, revealed this in a statement he signed Tuesday, titled Nigerian Strengthens Partnership with OACP's members at 79th UN General Assembly. Shettima reiterated the importance of solidarity among member states facing numerous global challenges, emphasizing Nigeria's commitment to the organization's goals while addressing pressing national concerns. The Senate will today screen the acting Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Kudirat Kekereekun, for possible confirmation as the substantive CJN. The Red Chamber on Tuesday confirmed the receipt of a letter from President Bola Tinubu seeking the Kekereekun's confirmation as a substantive CJN. During Tuesday's plenary session, the President's request was presented in a letter read by the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio. Kekereekun has been serving as the acting CJN since August, following the retirement of Justice Olukayode Ariwola. President Tinubu had previously sworn her in on an interim basis. When we return, news from other parts of West Africa. Please stay with us.
This is Hillstv. Quality broadcasting is what we'll bring to you. Now we be this
Hillstv, Polka.
Welcome back. Ghana is set to undergo a nationwide lockdown on Monday, September 30th, as civil servants and labor union escalate their campaign against illegal mining, widely known as Galamsey. The environmental devastation caused by these unregulated operations has triggered growing demands for urgent government intervention, including a state of emergency in mining areas and the cancellation of mining licenses. Recent reports from the Ghana Water Company Limited highlight the gravity of the situation, with severe water shortages resulting from the contamination of key water resources. A coalition of civil society organizations, labor unions, media outlets, and religious leaders has intensified its pressure on the government to act decisively. They are calling for the declaration of a state of emergency in all affected areas, the deployment of security forces to clear illegal miners from water bodies, and the immediate revocation of mining licenses. Kenneth Ashigbe, convener of the Ghana Coalition Against Galamsey, expressed the urgency of the situation. Burkina Faso's Security Minister Mahamadou Sana said on national television Monday night that individuals residing in Côte d'Ivoire have been involved in subversive activities against Burkina. The minister accused namely 14 people of plotting the destabilization attempt, among them junta opponents, the leader of the January 2022 coup, 2 former ministers, 2 journalists. Unidentified conspirators included Western intelligence officials. Authorities say an elaborate 3-phase plot was devised by some Burkinabe civilians and servicemen living abroad who paid and trained armed groups to conduct attacks. Economic operators and leaders of the civil society were allegedly involved in destabilization efforts. The second phase included attacks on the presidential palace, a military drone base, and an airport. The last phase was attacks near the Ivory Coast border. These phases were prevented, the security minister stated. We move to other parts of Africa after this break. Please stay with us. Thanks for staying with us. Speaking at the United Nations General Assembly on Tuesday, Ramaphosa called upon the world's leaders to take decisive action to end Palestinian suffering. Cyril Ramaphosa said the violence the Palestinian people are being subjected to is a grim continuation of more than half a century of apathy that has been perpetrated against Palestinians by Israel. However, Israel has continued its incursion in the Palestinian territory since October last year, killing at least 41,000 people, including women and children, according to the Palestinian authorities. According to UNICEF, in Burundi, youngsters aged between 5 and 19 currently account for 33% of mpox cases. Schools and parents are taking this information seriously as the new academic year gets underway. At a school in western Burundi, staff are doing what they can to protect pupils and themselves. Over the course of the past few weeks, the country has seen a rise of more than 40% in cases of mpox. Hundreds of cases have been reported since July. Across the border, the neighboring Democratic Republic of Congo is also facing an uptick in mpox cases. The World Health Organization recently stated that suspected cases in the DRC account for a majority of the nearly 30,000 recorded in Africa since the start of the year. In August, the WHO declared the outbreak of the disease in parts of Africa a public health emergency. Beyond Africa, a handful of cases have been confirmed in countries including Sweden and Pakistan. Up next is business news. Please stay with us. Welcome back. And on business news, The value of foreign exchange turnover via the Nigerian Autonomous Foreign Exchange Market increased to 15.74 trillion naira in August 2024, as FMDQ report has stated. This came as the Central Bank of Nigeria revealed that foreign inflow into the country increased to $585 million in the same month. Also, at the official market Tuesday, the value of the naira dropped to 1,658 naira against the United States dollar from the 1,659 naira it sold on Monday, while black market sellers sold at the rate of 1,670 naira. The CBN said the impressive turnover via the Nigerian Autonomous Foreign Exchange Market represents a significant month-on-month increase of 33.88%, equating to an additional 2.51 trillion naira from July 2024's turnover of 13.23 trillion naira. Value of foreign exchange turnover via the Nigerian Autonomous Foreign Exchange Market increased to 15.74 trillion naira in August 2024, an FMDQ report has stated. This came as the Central Bank of Nigeria revealed that foreign inflow into the country increased to $585 million in the same month. Nigerians' unemployment rate increased to 5.3% in third quarter 2023, as the economic hardship in the country continues to take a massive toll on companies. Operational costs leading to total collapse of some businesses or, in many cases, downsizing. The National Bureau of Statistics has said in its first quarter 2024 recent data, noted that by place of residence, the rate was 6% in urban areas and 4.3% in rural areas for first quarter 2024. The unemployment rate among youth aged 15 to 25 years was 8.4% in first quarter 2024, a decrease of 0.2% compared to third quarter 2023, 8.6%. Nationally, 1.5% of employed Nigerians spent between 1 to 9 hours in a week, 4.8% spent between 10 to 19 hours in a week, approximately 25% worked between 20 to 39 hours, 22% between 40 to 48 hours, and 46% worked 48 hours and above in a week. Still to come, sports news. Please stay with us. Thanks for staying with us. And on sports news, South Africa will host the Africa Under-20 Cup of Nations in January 2025. The Confederation of African Football has awarded the hosting rights of the competition to South Africa. South Africa hosted the competition 13 years ago. Nigeria won the competition then, edging past Senegal in the final. The Flying Eagles will first have to scale through from the WAFU qualifying tournament to be hosted by Togo next month to book their flight to South Africa 2025. Last year, the Flying Eagles finished third at the Under-20 AFCON in Egypt. Como defender Raphael Varane could see his contract with the Serie A club terminated as he mulls retirement. Varane is currently out of action with a serious injury and is considering leaving the club. The Frenchman only joined Como this summer after his contract at Manchester United ran out. In confirmation, football transfer expert Fabrizio Romano, writing on X on Wednesday morning, revealed Varane could quit the game. Romano wrote on X that Raphael Varane is seriously considering to retire from football, with a formal decision expected soon after his recent injury. And that's the sports news on Africa Today. We move to the rest of the news after this break. Please stay with us.
This is Hillstv. Quality broadcasting is what we'll bring to you. Now we be this
Welcome back. And now to the rest of the news. The federal government, through the National Salaries, Incomes and Wages Commission, has stated that the payment of the new minimum wage will commence from July 2024. The NSIWC chairman, Ekpo Onta, said this during a press briefing on Tuesday in Abuja. The commission stated that this was because the date in question was when the president approved the bill after the National Assembly passed it. The development is contrary to an earlier statement by the Minister of State for Labour in Kiruka, Onyejocha, that the payment will commence on May 1st, 2024. It also means that the government would only pay an arrears of 2 months only if it begins payment by the end of October. This was as it announced the approval of the revision of the Consolidated Public Service Salary Structure and other salary structures. And that's Africa Today. But before we go, here are the headlines again. On the headlines, we told you that Nigeria's President, Tinubu, declines to extend parliamentary workers' retirement age. Nationwide lockdown looms as Ghana battles illegal mining crisis. Ramaphosa calls on world leaders to take decisive action to end Palestinian suffering. And on sport, South Africa to host Under-20 AFCON in 2025. Remember to visit us on Facebook at Hillstv Abuja, Instagram at Hillstv Abuja, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Hillstv. I am Jessica Magaji Joseph. Thanks for watching.